Right, hello everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of Doc Who Pod. As always, I'm Josh. With me is my co-host JP. Hello, Jack.
Hi there.
And joining us again, as always, is Bradley Fuller.
Yo, yo.
Okay, full disclosure, boys. I am
Yeah.
shattered. It's 10:30 at night. I also realised I just didn't put notes for the first 15 minutes of episode one. So,
Brilliant.
yeah, I'm going to have to let one of you two boys lead it.
Well,
Oh,
I've not watched this for about 2 weeks, so the old memory's not doing so well because I don't make notes on the old episodes.
God, you sound like me. The memory's not doing well. You would have believed I'm 26, honestly. I'm like early onset dementia or some shit. But
we need
don't
to
worry, I've come prepared.
we need to stop calling this like a review of Doctor Who and just three people vaguely remember an episode.
Why do you think I do the notes? Because I will fucking forget.
Before we jump in, do you want to sum up your feelings in a sentence, JP?
Oh, in a sentence, not even a word, a sentence.
Yeah, he done this the other day. Threw me off.
In a sentence. Um,
I'd just like to confirm this is actually a big pause. There's no break in the connection or anything.
yeah.
Think of like a news headline,
uh,
JP. Think if you were going to put it in like a
old,
newspaper headline, what would
yeah,
you
yeah,
put?
yeah. So old British World War One general gasses the UK or the world.
What?
That's not even what happens in this. What?
No, it's not.
Yeah,
What?
Why
it
are
is.
you so terrible at this? I said
No,
your
no, 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 no,
opinion on
no.
the episode, not your
But
shit summary of the plot.
that is.
That wasn't even the right plot.
Yes, it is. The fucking Sontarans, they're all like old British generals, tanny hair chaps, let's all go. And
No,
they
they're
fucking
not.
gas the world. Yes, they are.
What?
Anyway, I meant your opinion of the episode, your thoughts of the episode.
Oh,
Sum it
my
up in a
thoughts of the
sentence.
episode. Um,
You're such an odd man. You're such an odd man.
heavily brain damaged. Um, okay, it was pretty good. There you go. That's a sentence.
No
Nice,
way.
Bradley.
I would say it's a classic Russell T Davies era two-parter. Pretty enjoyable.
Okay, nice. I'm going to go with could have really get back into it.
Really?
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah,
I say that like I've watched it before, but I've only seen it once, so fair enough.
I don't know. I didn't find it that enjoyable for reasons that we will go on to talk about.
Mhm.
But before we get there, should we jump on over to Who News?
Yeah, let's go. Insert theme tune here.
Insert the interlude for about 10 seconds here. Do, 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 do. Start
Uh,
now.
Anything for Who News, Bradley?
I guess the sort of, we're on to the Who News we're on to is obviously the new series stuff. So without spoiling stuff for JP, I guess it's just, we're up to the finale now, the two-part finale. Loads of rumors flying around, loads of new clips coming out and stuff, and pretty buzzing for that, to be fair. But other than that, it's not really a lot of news.
Yeah, so I mean, we're finally getting the answer to the Susan Twist mystery. Maybe not in
Kind of.
tomorrow's episode, bit of
Oh, is it
editing
tomorrow? Oh, no,
jokery,
Friday.
but this will come out on Friday, so it will be tomorrow. See what I
Oh,
did
yeah.
there? Um,
Well done. Well done.
what are your theories on Susan Twist?
Um, the one I like the most, I think, is the Sutek, the Egyptian god. I think that's my thoughts.
But what does that mean? Who is this Sutek? Because I had to Google it the other day, and it's like, that's
Yeah,
not interesting
I've,
for me.
I've seen a load of videos. Random one. You need to watch Classic Who to understand it, but it's the 1975 villain. There's this whole triad technology, Susan Tech, Sutek. The clip that's come out, there's pyramids in the background, and
Yeah.
there's a clip of the sandstorm in London. I think it kind of does all point towards that. So that's my theory.
Okay. Fair enough.
What it means for the
What?
episode, I don't know.
Can I buy it? I do actually have Who News.
Go on.
Controversial. Well, not controversial Who News, but
Who have you
I
got?
had to double check because I admittedly I saw it when I was leaving the office. It was a news article, and I've just double checked it now. And the
Was it on
Daily Mail.
BBC?
No, 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 it was the Daily Mail, which is always as we all know, as a reputable
No,
source.
it's just, no,
Uh,
we know you like the BBC news.
the 8th of June, they had an article saying Doctor Who makes history with first ever same-sex kiss.
Wrong.
Exactly. I was just
Yeah, it's
about
wrong.
to fucking say they are wrong.
Was that
So
actually
wrong.
an article?
Yep.
Wow, that's terrible then.
Yeah.
They do
I
this
couldn't
this
believe it.
clickbait, awful clickbait nonsense.
Yeah. No, it's because
Daily
we all
Mail for
know
you.
that Captain Jack kissed the Doctor.
Does it mention that anywhere in the episode, anywhere in the article?
I don't really want to scroll down because it did say spoilers ahead, and I don't want to spoil it for myself.
Oh, only that he kisses a Captain Jack like character.
Oh, I'll tell you what, actually,
Mhm.
Josh.
Yeah.
New theory that I have seen, funny enough, on TikTok, because I was scrolling through TikTok earlier, and shout out to friend of the podcast, Raquel. It was her. Is it Raquel? It
Yeah,
is, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She posted a TikTok video that I've just seen earlier on a theory about Rogue. I hadn't even thought of this one.
Go
She
on.
said, "Oh no, it's going to kind of spoil it for Jack, though, is it?"
It's fine. He'll
I
forget
know.
by the time we get here.
Potentially, what if that's Captain Jack's son?
That's not interesting though,
Why is it not? It
because who
is.
cares?
I do. You know, I love a past companion cropping back up. You know,
No,
I wanted
that's
to
not
see Martha
interesting.
and
Also, how
you know,
big is the universe? What's the odd that he's bumped into Captain Jack's son?
well, it's a small world. You know, you never know.
No, but it's not. It's literally the entirety of time and space. I'm not interested in that. Um, S Triad, which is the
Oh
thing that's
well.
being advertised, anagram of the
Yeah,
TARDIS. Do you think
TARDIS.
that means anything?
I think it's just a fun anagram. I think he's just playing with people.
I saw people are also saying it's an anagram of TARDIS, and we just had
Yeah,
Kylie Minogue in the last episode. Did I say
yeah.
TARDIS? I meant Astrid.
Well, TARDIS and Astrid did the same thing, isn't it? So yeah.
No, Astrid is Kylie Minogue, and we just had Kylie Minogue.
Yeah, no, I know, but the words are the same, so you can say it's an anagram of either.
Yeah, but what if Kylie Minogue comes back?
Oh, that'd be
Well, she
cool.
died, so I don't think that's going to happen.
No, no, she's a spirit ghost thing.
She
Exactly.
still
What if she
died.
manifested in somewhere and now she's old Susan Twist? They don't look too dissimilar.
No, that's a stupid theory. Never going to happen.
Imagine the scenes it does.
Mad, mad for calling it if it does, but it won't happen.
um, anyway, just on Who News, I think you're away Saturday to Saturday, so we won't do a review
I am
of The Legend of Ruby Rose. We'll do a
Ruby
bonk
Sunday.
review. Oh yeah, who's Ruby Rose?
Ruby Rose. Who's Ruby Rose?
Ruby Rose is the lesbian, isn't she? The actress lesbian.
I don't know. Never heard of her.
Ruby Rose.
Thought you were
Yeah,
saying
she's in
Rose was in
Orange is the New
Donna's
Black
daughter.
and everything. Um,
Oh,
anyway, so we'll do a big sort of mega review of the two-parters once you're back.
two-parter.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds
Anything to
good.
add for Who News?
No,
No, nothing really.
Lovely. Insert exit Who News sign here. Soundbite here.
Out of interest,
Yeah.
because don't think I've actually really listened to any of our podcasts for quite a while. Do you actually do a little interlude and out thing for that?
Yes, I used to do an in and an out, and now I can't be asked doing the out, so I just do the in.
So you just do the in and then okay, that's
Yeah.
a bit stupid, but okay, well done.
Well, sorry, I can't be asked to do it all of the time.
Well, if you can don't half-ass it, you do it or you don't.
I can't
Do
be
it all.
asked.
I reckon it's Brad's turn to edit next.
Oh, I'll have a laugh. It's only now you get me to edit, then the podcast ain't uploading.
I just said
You
it's
could
the Josh upload. It's
you
got
could
that to
do it on
bottom
your
one.
plane. Yeah, that was upsetting that you did that. I had to wake up now. Every single one of our episodes is posted at 7 o'clock on a Friday, Dubai
Mm.
time,
Well,
except
what
for
time does
that
Jack do it?
one, which is like posted at 7:53 or something ridiculous. It's really spiking my OCD, you bastard.
Why was it 7:53?
Because I normally schedule post it for 7 a.m. Friday morning, so it just does it itself. But I woke up to a message from Jack one morning saying, "Oh, I've shared it with you on the Google Drive." I was like, "Oh, brilliant! Like excellent." So I think it's something ridiculous. Like by the time I posted it was 7:53. But now it looks all off and there's no consistency and it's really upsetting.
I'm not
Might as
gonna
well
lie.
just delete that podcast.
I couldn't remember how to upload it, so I was just like, fuck it, I'm sending it to you. And it was like 11:45 at night, and I was very tired. And I was just like, yeah. It took me a long time to edit that.
Did spend
And it
about
was a
3 hours on it.
bloody good job. I'll be honest, I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm sure it's a very good job.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, should we crack on with the episode then?
Yeah, let's do it.
Absolutely. So who wants to lead? Because like I said, I haven't got any notes for the first bit.
Well, I don't have any
Uh,
notes at all, so not me.
I'll lead. I'll lead. It starts off with the kind of tech college kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the stupidly, I didn't put the note of the name of the kid down. The kind of the leader of the
Rattigan.
academy.
Rattigan.
Rattigan, that's it, Rattigan.
Little ratty
kind of,
Rattigan.
it kind of reminded me if like Daniel Radcliffe was combined with Elon Musk.
Okay, fair enough. I could sort of see
It
it.
was, yeah, it was a bit of a weird. I think the Daniel Radcliffe part is kind of coming because that's who, yeah, kind of what kind of the actor looks like, and the Elon Musk part is in the kind of, he thinks he's ahead of his time, and
Just a
he's
terrible person.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, but no, a
I
bit of a terrible person.
I quite like that the Rattigan Academy has basically just become every co-working space anywhere now.
Yeah,
Just looks like every trendy office that thinks, all having a
Was
nice
it?
office is
It's
a
more like a
perk.
lab.
yeah, it's a lab, but
Other than the
what
lab, but I mean like the aesthetic and everything. Like that's what certainly in
Oh,
Dubai,
yeah.
that's what everyone's making their offices look like because it's cool and they'll put a pool table in their office or ping pong or something. It's like this is awful. I hate this.
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't know. Is it what do they call it now? Hot desking. Isn't it?
Ugh.
Yeah, yeah.
Ugh.
That's such a shit
Can't tell
word.
you how livid I get when I go in. We hot desk like that. We have to. Well, you meant to book the desk, but nobody books desk. Anyone, if anyone ever sits on my desk, I'll go mental. It's my desk. Sat there for 2 years. Like,
Oh, it ruins the day. It absolutely ruins the day when you get in someone's in your
Honestly,
space.
I'm just going to get a job at your company for one day just to sit at your desk and fuck your shit up.
Do you two have like an allocated space on your sofa?
No,
I
actually, we
switch
just
around
chop
a bit, to be
and
fair.
change. Yeah.
Oh, I hate that. I would never be able to live with the two of you.
Why? You just sit down.
No, but you must have a preferred seating position.
Yeah, I do have a preferred one, but I have a feeling we probably have both have the same preferred
It's
one.
like probably the same. It's probably the one that it's probably where I'm sat at the moment. I'm literally sat in the corner with my legs up on the short part.
Yeah,
So yeah, Rattigan Academy, boring, awful place to
Yeah.
be, full of fucking cunts. Did you like the cold open? I had one issue with it, and they sort of explain it later. But if you're an investigative journalist investigating something that you think is dangerous and lethal and there's something wrong, would you be driving a car that's controlled by that thing?
No.
They don't have a choice there, do you? Because they're in every car nearly.
But we know there's at least a few cars that don't have it installed because we see the taxi later.
Yeah, but it's a very rare amount of cars, isn't it? Like taxi's a taxi. That's probably why normal cars probably all have it.
I don't know.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, because they kind of explain it, because of course the unit cars have it installed as well. But they
Exactly.
explain, they kind of, they kind of justify that by saying, well, because we couldn't find anything wrong with it, we've got it installed. We've had to get it installed, which makes sense. But if you're a journalist, you don't abide by those rules. You don't have someone to, say that you can have these vehicles, but it's got to have this installed unless you find any problems. You can just pull that shit out yourself.
But I still think like if you're investigating something because you think something's wrong with it, that's reason enough to not install it or not drive it, right?
I agree. No, I 100% agree. So, say if you was, for example, I don't know, you was looking at like a drink that causes cancer, you wouldn't be drinking that drink, would you?
No, exactly.
Yeah. I fully agree with you. I fully agree on that.
Well, that's giving Bubble Shock vibes.
What's that?
Remember that, Josh?
Bubble shock.
Bubble Shock. Don't think you don't remember Bubble Shock.
I don't know what bubble shock is.
I remember
The first episode of Sarah Jane Adventures.
Oh, I haven't watched the Sarah Jane Adventures for so long.
Yeah, you must remember it.
Literally don't have a clue.
The orange fizzy pop. They go to the factory and there's the aliens.
No, I don't remember that one at
What?
all.
Oh, yeah,
At all.
that's great episode.
So then the doctor
First
gets a
ever
phone
episode.
call.
He does. He does. Well, I did put actually that just going back to the little accident. Do you reckon they blew half of the episode budget on Brown in that car?
Well, yeah, and that explains why they only have a teeny tiny little explosion later on in the episode.
Yeah. They were like, right, that's half the budget gone right there. We just need to dial it back just ever so slightly, just to work within it. But yeah, so the doctor gets a phone call, but not before the doctor fixes the TARDIS with his trusty mallet.
Oh, it's a classic. It's a staple seeing Tennant running
I
around
love it.
that TARDIS whacking things,
Yeah, I love it. I think it's brilliant. It's just
whacking off the
chaos.
TARDIS.
Oh god. Yeah, there you go. That's one for Tumblr. But yeah. My next note though is I've got Donna over Martha. I
What
reckon
do you
in a
mean?
fight, Donna's gonna win.
Nah, never.
Because they both come out the trap like two fucking Kilkenny cats. And I was like, oh, are they actually gonna like square up or anything? And they didn't in the end. But I've got Donna. Donna has got that kind of council estate scariness.
Oh yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you
Nah,
that. I
Martha
feel
Gold.
like Martha knows kung fu now, though.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
unit.
but I know she's unit, but I reckon Donna would fight dirty. She'd go for the eyes. She
No,
would
she
just
would
go
just
for the
literally
eyes.
grab her hair and pull her hair, and that's it.
Exactly, fight dirty. You could have all the karate in the world if you want. If someone grabs your hair, no fuck all.
Is
Nah, couldn't
uh
get
is
near her.
Donna growing on you at all, JP?
No,
Really?
no. I really don't understand I just she's very loud and I don't know. It just not very subtle. I think is the words I'm looking for.
I think she's I think the relationship between the two is definitely starting to blossom now. I also like how sort of passive she is with Martha, and she
Mm.
almost takes like a sort of motherly figure over Martha. And I did think it was a bit gratuitous at some points, but the bit where she goes back to see her family, I thought
Mm.
actually, there's an awful scene where it's like 30 seconds of her just walking down the road and flashing back to old episodes that are literally like 2 or 3 weeks old at this point, which I thought was a bit naff. But I
Oh,
don't know.
okay.
I feel like she becomes quite a contemplative. I feel like she matures in this story a little bit.
Yeah, I guess I did I did put a note somewhere that I did think that she kind of matured, but I'd still I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe seeing a mum and a granddad probably did something, but it just I agree with the flashbacks. I don't understand why the flashbacks were there. It didn't add anything. It was just like, uh, well, that was
Yeah, it's
it
probably more
really.
of a
So
case of she's like reflecting on what the time she's already had, and then like now she's back on Earth, she's grounded, and like
But
she's
it's
just thinking
been a
about
few
everything she's done so
weeks.
far, sort of thing. Yeah, but it's not for
yeah,
them though, is it? It's been ages for them.
I think it's the issue with most two-parters that we get in the Russell era is that it's just
What?
there's just not enough story to fill, you know, whatever it is, an hour and 20 minutes. I just don't think there
I don't
is.
see that.
no, I disagree with that. I think this one had a good amount of story. I don't think there were any. I mean that part okay, but that was
What
literally
would you
just what
cut out?
it's 30 seconds. I wouldn't say that was.
Anyway, moving on.
But yeah, so we get the return of Martha, which is interesting because she's not the first companion to turn back up and see series four, and yeah, I quite like that she works for Unit. That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. It's cool to see how she's developed. Obviously, as I think we've mentioned, we're building to the end game, JP.
Mhm.
So a few more faces start coming back. Um,
Yeah,
Whoa!
I
Spoil
think
it.
I think she's good in this episode. Um, I think she's definitely at her best when she's not pining over the doctor.
I agreed. Yeah. I like the fact that she's got her own. Like, not that I'm saying that she didn't have her own life before the Doctor, but I think that I quite like that she's her own woman. She's pretty independent. She's pretty badass. Yeah, I like it. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, she don't need no
I gotta
man.
say, I think I disagree with how she's actually performed in this episode. Like
Really?
bearing in mind she's the woman who walked the earth and saved the world. She got
Yeah.
captured and cloned, and then basically it was a clone for the whole episode. How has she done anything good there?
I do agree she should have put up more of a fight with those two guys. But no, I think
She
it's
does
fine.
nothing.
She she's obviously leading this investigation. She gets the doctor back. She sets the wheels in motion for everything. I would say um she has a fucking rough time, Martha.
What? Why?
The woman who walked the earth,
Yeah.
that's pretty brutal. Um, that whole finale is pretty brutal. This episode, she's kidnapped, she's turned into a clone, she's on this drugged up machine. Think about what she goes through next episode as well, and then everything she does at the end of the series. Not a spoiler. Martha, I'd say, has the roughest ride of any companion.
Yeah, but I think it's brought on herself. Like in this episode, she has no. Bear in mind, she
Wow.
travelled. She spent a whole series with the doctor. She has no awareness at all. She just walked in there and got captured easily. Come on,
Wow.
be
It
a bit more
sounds like you're
self-aware.
victim shaming.
Yeah,
I,
that's a victim
I
shame
don't
right
think
there.
she's done good enough for a seasoned companion. I think she's poor in this
Fucking
episode.
hell. Um,
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay, so yeah, Martha calls them back. We'll move swiftly on before you get cancelled. Um,
What's wrong with that? What?
you're
What?
victim shaming. You can't do that in the Me Too days.
No, it's nothing about that. She just hasn't. She's not aware at all. She's just walked into a trap.
She basically asked for it.
Well, I'm not saying that, but
Oh, here he goes.
be a bit more experienced and be a bit more
She didn't
aware.
technically say no.
Brilliant.
Well, I mean,
Put the words
talking
in my
about
mouth.
words in his mouth. I mean, you pretty much surmising. That's what you said.
She shouldn't have been wearing a dress that short.
Wow. Wow.
But yeah. Anyway, moving on before we all
Unbelievable.
get cancelled. Yeah, I like that they've so they then move in on like a kind of a SWAT-esque raid on the warehouse that produces the Atmos things. And what makes me laugh is the two soldiers that get what would you call it, possessed? Maybe
Yeah, duped. I don't know. Brainwashed.
possessed, brainwashed is probably yeah better. They get brainwashed is they go over there and of course they got the weird container on the floor that contains the synthetic, and they both crack it open and they've got all this like kind of steam or like kind of gas coming out. Neither of them bother to like kind of step back and go, that might be toxic. Just breathe it all in. It's all good.
Yeah, not the most clued up of soldiers there. They were both irritating me as well, those two guys. I'm glad they got zapped in the legs and changed.
What are you saying? They
Atmos.
asked for it.
Yeah, I am.
Those two
I
actually
am.
did, yeah. If you stand over an unknown substance and breathe in the fumes, you deserve to get zapped in the leg.
Sounds like we're all just as bad as each other here.
Um, Atmos. It was one of the Easter eggs foreshadowed in the first episode. I think I made a blunder and called the adipose ship an Atmos ship in the first podcast. Did you
Yeah, you
pick it
did.
up?
No, I didn't. To be honest, I've got a thing for calling species wrong on Doctor Who anyway, so no, I didn't pick that one up.
Yeah, mentioned on one of the taxis in the first episode. So nice that we're getting payoffs so early. So what happens after those two get brainwashed? Do we get to see us on
Well,
Sontaran then?
well, you only see the suit, which is interesting, and but I thought it was the oh, to, oh, I've not done myself any favors
The
here.
Jadoon.
The Jadoon, that's it. I thought it was the Jadoon
Oh yeah. I
because
can see
it's
the.
a similar kind of suit, but no, and that's it.
I quickly explained that these were the potato people, not the rhino people.
And yes, and literally a couple of scenes later, we get to see that they are potato people, which is very interesting. How like they kind of they're bred to be warriors, and yet somehow apparently the ideal warrior is a potato person.
I kind of like that though, because it's the idea that like your looks aren't necessary to how well you battle. So why wouldn't you look like a baked potato?
Yeah, but if you've got a massive fucking forehead, that's a bigger target to shoot at.
What are you saying? They should be children?
No, they should
Are
have
you
smaller
saying you
heads.
support child
No,
soldiers?
have smaller heads for fuck's sake.
This is not going well, is it, this episode?
You kind of like imagine that. Like before they designed the helmets, they were like, oh yeah, just this massive fucking head poking up from above cover, just the sniper's dream, isn't it? Really?
I do
What's the
think it's
difference
quite
between a normal
interesting.
person? They're pretty short. Like, there's no difference at all.
Yeah, but they got small heads.
Why does that matter though?
Well, less to shoot at, and the head's
Well,
kind of violent as well.
you heard
You
it
know,
here
going back.
first, people. JP thinks that we should be having children soldiers.
No,
Teach
no,
them
the
how to
people with
shoot
small
early.
heads.
Or a
People with
midget
small
army.
midget army. Yeah.
Midget
Talking of
army.
controversial statements, though, a line I put there is about that words are the weapons of women folk.
Yeah, I quite like that. That stuck out to me as well.
That's that was an interesting one. I'd love
Sounds
to
like
know how
something
that
Brad
was.
would say, am I right?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
But no,
Brilliant.
I'd love
We'll
to
say
have
no
known
such
how
thing.
that was. Yeah, I'd love to know how that was received, like kind of when the episode was released, whether
Well,
people kind of got pissy about it.
there was another line
Go
jumping
on,
a
Josh.
little bit ahead when I think Donna's interviewing people or Martha's interviewing the workers of the factory, and like they're all Polish, and she goes, "Oh, it's okay, we're not checking passports." So, fucking hell.
Yeah, there were a few kind of stinging liners, should we call them? And it was just like, ooh, okay. Um, but yeah, it was just something that just as he said it, I was like, oh, that's interesting. You probably wouldn't hear that nowadays, but I get that the whole thing is though it's a kind of a piss take on, as I said, like a kind of a World War I general, kind of just has no connection to any social norm or anything like that. But, yeah, but talking of military and that though, of course, we know that the Doctor doesn't like guns. That's kind of explained throughout the thing. But I did think the Doctor was being a bit of a dick with the whole saluting thing.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's a bit of an arrogant arsehole. I think it's so that we draw comparisons between him and Rattigan. That's the only thing I can think it is because he
I,
is
I
such a dick in this episode.
yeah, I get,
Really?
yeah, they, well, because the thing is the whole reason that you salute someone is you're showing it's a sign of respect. So the reason that people are saluting the Doctor is because he's, in theory, the top dog of you. So they're
Well, I
showing
think
respect
he's
for the
basically the
Doctor.
opposite to Rattigan, though. He doesn't want to be shown as this important person. He wants to
Yeah,
just people to just treat him normally.
But I
yeah,
think
which is
that's the
why,
parallel. So
yeah,
Rattigan's desperate to be respected and surrounded by people that don't. And the Doctor is, desperate not to be respected, but is surrounded by people that do respect him. But they're both the same in their level of arrogance. They're just showing it in different ways. So I think it's supposed to be like the antagonist mirrors the protagonist, and you're supposed to draw the connection. And at the end of the day, Rattigan is the one that ends up making the hero sacrifice play and earning the respect more so than the Doctor probably should.
although the Doctor did try and self-sacrifice, not
He was going to do
sacrifice.
it anyway.
He was going to do it, but
I,
no.
I
Now you
think
said,
I always think the Doctor is expecting to get out of it one way or another. I don't think the Doctor's ever going to sacrifice because he could have zapped back up. There's a good 5 seconds after he gets teleported down before Rattigan blows up.
that is true. That is true.
Yeah, good
But
point. Good point.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it was just a bit uncharacteristic of the Doctor to, for something that they're trying to show respect to him. It was just a bit of a dick move. But now you said that, I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to show the parallels. One's a leader and one's a boss, kind of thing.
Yeah. He fully was irritating me throughout this.
Yeah.
Except
What?
for the bits with the Doctor and John. I thought their relationship was really good in this episode. I mean, jumping ahead slightly, but there's the bit where Donna's like, "I'm leaving. I'm going to go see my family," and cue like 30 seconds of the Doctor saying his goodbye, and then Donna be like, "You twat, I'm going home for a bit. I'll come back soon." That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's classic. That is.
Well, because that was just after that really, again, it was something that I felt didn't really have place. It felt quite out of place in the episode. But I think the Doctor and Martha have an argument, and it just seemed to quite unnecessarily escalate.
What was that about?
About a unit and everything like that. And again, the saluting and all of that, and it just seemed really out of place. It was just so weird, and that was just after. And I wonder if that was kind of the Doctor realizing that he'd made a mistake by getting so pissy at Martha, and then that's why he kind of had that conversation with Donna.
Oh, okay. Didn't even think about that, to be fair.
Yeah, it was just really weird. It was just, yeah, it was just unnecessary. Like it just unnecessarily escalated. But
yeah. So then they go their separate ways. Donna goes back to meet her family. The Doctor goes off to go to Elon Musk's school for twats. And Martha goes off to turn into a sexy little slimy thing. Anybody else weirdly aroused by that?
Well, I was after you fucking bit of homework at the end of the last episode.
After what?
Oh god, yeah, forgot about that.
You know the what was it, Seven? No, not Seven. Setter or
The film that
the
Primrose
film,
comes in.
the film.
Oh yes, Sense8. Yes.
Sensei.
I know it was Sense something. Yeah. Yeah, it was. I suppose as a child, it may have unlocked some kind of core early onset teenage hormones or something. But
She's up there, Martha. All right, Martha.
I don't know that I do. I think she's second to last over Donna. Yeah, okay, so let's talk about the Martha subplot then, because that's what I suppose of least substance. So she gets kidnapped and cloned. And she gets cloned, I think, so that she can prevent UNIT from launching the nuclear codes, right?
Yeah, pretty much. The best thing is she's literally just sat there on her phone, just pressing the no button. So if someone's trying to call you, you just decline. They'll get the message eventually. Decline.
The one thing I have about this is that this clone apparently has all of the memories of Martha, right?
Yep.
So, two questions. First, if she's got all of the memories of Martha, why is she so stupid when the Doctor asks her about calling her family?
No, because I'm assuming because she knows of the family, right? So she's got the
It's the
knowledge that she's
memory,
got the
not
family. Yeah, but it's the fact that she doesn't have Martha's emotions.
Yeah.
Well, this leads me quite swiftly on to my next question then, and this is actually explored in a later episode of Doctor Who. But are we not just our memories? Are our emotions not formed by our memories?
Oh, I know what you're on about actually, because I think I saw this the other day. It's like when you kind of remember something, you remember how you felt about it, like at that time.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if we were to upload our mind into some form of AI thing, it's got all of our memories, so it's got all of our experiences. And is that not what we make decisions based on? Our experiences and our memories, and so would it act any differently?
Yeah. No, I don't know, because of course the synthetic doesn't have any compassion or emotion.
But again, would you not argue that if it's got 100% of the person who's copied memories, that it would have to have compassion and it would have to have emotion?
No, because the way I see it is if you was to say, for example, if you used to upload a load of photos on a computer, like say if you had photos that you'd taken throughout the years and you upload it on the computer's got your memories, but it doesn't have your emotions.
Yeah, like it'll have the memories of the people, but does it link the relationships to the people? Like, does it see that as her mum and her dad?
Interesting point, to be fair. I like that photo thing. I'd never thought of the photo thing.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, the computer's not going to start sitting there fucking crying when it sees a picture of your dead cat or something. I don't know.
Fair enough. I think it's just quite a complex thing, but yeah, okay. Answered.
Yeah.
Done. Sorted. Yeah.
But of course, yeah, no, you're right. So one of the subplots, Martha gets cloned. Donna goes off to see the family, and the Doctor and Ross go to Ratigan Academy.
Just quickly on the Donna and her family, how old do we
Oh,
think Wilf is in this episode?
How old?
I don't know. 75, 80, maybe?
Yeah, he's 80 years old at the time of filming this episode. That's insane.
No way.
Yeah,
Wow.
because he was in his 90s when he came back.
Yeah, he was so he was 93 when he filmed the last series.
Yeah.
Jesus. Hey,
That's
fair play to
madness.
him.
Yeah,
That's,
absolutely
yeah.
love that. And he was in Classic Who when he was like 30, 40 years old as well. So how sick is that?
No way.
Was he
So
really?
he's a
Yeah,
proper Doctor Who veteran.
he's a proper Doctor vet. I'm just gonna say, I don't mean to make this emotional or a serious podcast, but having just lost my grandfather, who was probably my biggest motivator in coming to Dubai, genuinely quite emotional this episode. Having
No,
Wilf
I can
just there,
imagine.
just ushering Donna on. It's like, wow, okay,
Yeah.
Wilf, you're a pretty fucking good character. I hate what you do in the future, but you're a pretty good character for now.
He's a great character all round anyway. Will.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
he's very wholesome. I think that's the thing as well. Very wholesome.
he's just
And
lovely. I just love how much he
yeah,
loves Donna.
yeah, and it's really nice. And like when they're sitting down at the table, and he's just like, just don't tell your mum. Like, I just love that. It's brilliant. Like, and the thing is as well is you can see how that escalated from. I'm assuming when Donna was a kid, and he's just like, oh, there you go, have an ice cream, but don't tell your mum
Yeah,
about it. Like that
100%.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's just really sweet. Like, it's nice. It's good. But
So now we're off to the Rattigan Academy, Doctor and Ross. Pretty
oh
good
mate,
duo, I think.
he just the Doctor just goes fucking full in on Ratigan. So funny. He's just it's borderline abuse, I think. Like he's literally nearly made him cry, and I'm just like, wow.
As
There was
he
a lot of
should.
pent up aggression.
As he bloody should. Rattigan is a little
Yeah.
fucking gobshite. I have to say, though, I do agree with him on the Atmos system bit. That pisses me off no end. When someone says, "Can I have your PIN number?" No, you can have my PIN. You can't have my PIN number because you're saying personal identification number. The most irritating thing in the world.
Does anyone really care though?
I really
Not
care. It
just
pisses me off. It pisses me off.
What
We
effect
have
does it
this
have on
thing
you
out
though?
here where every transaction has a PN, which is a procedure number. And
yeah.
every single fucking person I hear goes, "Oh, can I have the PN number, please? Can I have the No, you can't. You can have the PN or you can have the procedure number. You can't have a PN number."
It's like an
Ugh.
ATM machine, isn't it? It's just an
Yes,
ATM.
yes, exactly.
It's not an ATM machine. It's an ATM because
It's
it's
so upsetting.
what other
So
ones
I'm
are
with
there?
him. I'm
ATM.
Team Rattigan for that one.
That's a soundbite that's being taken out of context. Um, yeah, I mean Ross is pretty funny as well. I quite like Ross, but it leads to probably my favorite point in both episodes,
Go on.
where the Doctor teleports through to the Sultarans, and he says about in through the window.
Awful.
What?
What a
I
line.
fucking loved it. No, you're mad. It
How did
Awful.
was
he get in through the window?
in through the window. I fucking love it. I was howling, mate. Absolutely howling. I love it. But
Oh,
so going on to the Sultarans, they are very interesting because, of course, they're bred to be soldiers and everything like that. And the Doctor says about their, kind of it's very like they have to walk forward because the weakness is at the back.
yeah.
Why don't they just put a little kind of cap over the top of it or a flap?
Because then they wouldn't be a Doctor Who villain with a weakness.
Yeah, that's true. But like this kind of breed of kind of I don't know, not technologically advanced people. They're
Why
just
Yeah,
does the
but I
like,
like
Death
the fact
Star
that it
have an
means
exhaust?
I was gonna
what
say
was
I
that?
like the fact it means they have to, as the doctor says, they have to face their enemies in battle. They're so orientated by battle. It's nice that they have to face their enemies because of that weakness.
Yeah. But he gets
Yeah.
taken down with a shuttlecock.
Love that. What did you think of the
Uh,
Sontarans on a whole, though?
Yeah, they're interesting. I mean, again, it's I suppose the way you could look at them is almost like bullet ants. So the bullet ants are just soldiers. They're just there to fight, invade, and kill. That's all they're bred to do.
My God, that's the most boring thing I've ever heard. You're such a fucking geek.
it's just their purpose. It's what they're made for, like slaves.
No, they're meant to be
Slaves?
soldiers. Yeah. He's saying about the Ooze.
Classic Who villain as well.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they look uglier in Classic Who, but they're
I
pretty
think they're
fucking
better
ugly
villains
now.
in Classic Who.
What does that mean?
I think they're a bit more scary, a bit more. They got a bit
You
more
don't
to
like?
them.
Do you not like them?
I do, but I think when you think, I've got to say, of all the things I hate about Jodie's era, when they brought back the Sontarans, I think they were a bit more serious, had a bit more threat about them.
Yeah, like that bit when he's eating Mars bars in the corner shop.
I don't remember that, but
They literally get defeated because they just get fed chocolate, and that's their weakness, apparently.
Oh God, I've just seen
well,
photos
yeah,
of the
that was
old.
the writing though. That was the writing, not the actual.
I
I'm
do
thinking of
admit, I
like
think
visually.
I really liked the design of when these Sontarans came out, but I do prefer the classic and the Jodie ones. To be fair, there is something a
Yeah,
lot
there you go.
creepier and just a lot more disgusting about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
they
know,
almost look like rock people.
yeah, Brad. You know, there's the Sontaran that shows up in. Oh, yeah, that was what I was going to ask. Is this the only time the Sontarans are the villains?
what do you mean the villains?
Like they show up a few. I can remember them showing up a few times in like Matt Smith's era.
Oh,
But
you're
this
talking
is the
about
only
the
time they're
servant
like the
guy.
main bad guy.
I think they're always meant to be bad guys, isn't that one good guy the other way round?
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is we haven't had another Sontaran episode until the Jodie era, right?
No, there is no other episode
But yet they
related to Sontaran.
feel like a more common thing during,
They do
Russ
crop
and
up in the Sarah Jane adventures.
oh, fuck's sake. This isn't our Sarah Jane podcast.
I'm just plugging it. I'm plugging it.
um so yeah, anyway, the Ross and Doctor, I nearly said then. Ross and the Doctor then take a great escape from Rattigan Academy. And of course, the Atmos machine takes over. Do they try opening the doors?
Yeah.
Of the car, I'm assuming, yeah.
No, of the aeroplane that they're not in.
Yes, I think they do because they say it's locked. Because I think Wilf is trying to open it from the inside out.
No, the
Not
Doctor
Wilf.
and Ross.
When the Doctor and Ross are doing their little drive away.
Oh, I don't know. No,
Yeah,
they
do
jump
because
out the car. No, they jump
either
out
that
the
or
car.
they see the thing go down. They see the lock go down, don't they?
Maybe they do see the lock go down. So they obviously get out of that by the Doctor looking at the Atmos machine and going, right, you've got to, what does it say? Everything I say, you have to ignore. And then he proceeds to
Yeah.
tell it to drive into the lake. That's not the same. Like, why would you program the Atmos to not do what the driver's telling you? Why allow the driver to have any input whatsoever anyway?
There's no
I
one's really smart enough to figure it out apart from the Doctor.
Yeah, it's like the paradox, isn't it?
But why? But why allow it to hear you?
Well, no, because I'm assuming like if you're using it normally, it's like Siri, isn't it, where you can speak to it.
Okay, maybe. All right,
Like a
fair
double
enough.
negative, like don't not do that.
Okay,
Um,
fair enough. I just think like if you've overridden it and you're driving it towards a lake, just turn the microphone off, maybe.
yeah, that is the thing. So like if you activate it, it just shuts the microphone off.
Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah.
why give it the
And
option to
then the
say
Doctor
go
would be dead.
drive into the lake? But I'm just saying it's not a very clever way out of that situation.
Well, no, I like the whole paradox thing.
Uh, anyway, what happens to Ross in the end?
Oh, he dies.
How does he die?
He gets
He
shot.
gets shot.
By
He gets shot in the
Sontaran.
hallway, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, poor Ross, the
Oh,
Oh
companion
no, I
that
was really
could
sad.
have
he's the
been.
last one, isn't he?
Oh, he's the last one.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
six of them. They all get shot, and then the Doctor goes,
Yeah.
get them out of there, and then he.
Well,
Yeah.
that fucking sucks. Anyway, the
God, I
Doctor
watched this
then.
like 2 weeks ago, and I remember what's going on.
It's all come flooding back, just like Martha walking down the fucking. Sorry, Donna walking down the road. It's all come
I
back.
wasn't into this episode at all. I'm just going to throw it out there.
I
So then the
liked
Doctor
it.
shows back up at Martha's house. Again, I can't even remember if he's with Ross at this point or not.
Martha's house.
Donna's house,
Don's.
sorry.
Nice.
And there's a lot of screaming, there's a lot of shouting, there's a lot of EastEnders council estate nonsense going on.
I like how Wilf remembers the Doctor, though.
Yes, I quite like that little interaction.
And she
I hate what
he
does in the future, though. I hate what he fucking does. And then the gas goes off. Wilf proceeds to get in the car. Why?
Yeah, stupid.
Yeah, that one is a bit stupid. That is a bit stupid. But
he said he's going to get it off the road because of the Atmos. But then what's he going to do? Just put it on his drive where the still going to seep out anyway.
Stupid man. And then Sylvia comes along, saves the day by getting an axe to the windscreen. Again, why has nobody thought of that?
Right, I said this because, of course, that was the end of of the first episode, and it was like on a cliffhanger for the second.
Yeah,
and I said to Brad, I was like, why haven't they just smashed the window?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I said, like, why didn't the Doctor just use his sonic screwdriver to smash the window,
to shatter the glass or something? Yeah,
yeah,
not glass. You can't deadlock glass.
No,
but does the sonic screwdriver shatter glass?
Right. The sonic, it's in the name.
It has in the Torchwood one in the tower. He does it. Remember, he's like, you're shattering through realities, and then he points the sonic and it shatters the glass.
Oh yeah. Perfect.
Anyway, yeah, Sylvia to the rescue. Love that. They then pop the bonnet open, and we get the most discreet Easter egg to the end of the season ever. Brad, do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Text me. Interesting.
I think I might just say it because I don't think it reveals.
No, anything. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
But the spikes pop out of the Atmos system. And he says, it's a temporal pocket hidden just a second out of sync.
Oh, does he actually say that?
Yeah, how mad is that?
Fair play.
Not bad. Okay. JP, there's a little foreshadowing. I was going to say, there.
I've got about as much, I've got as much of an idea of what's going on or what's been said there as the bloke that just started shooting the car at Unit when it locked up. He was just like, "I'd shoot it." But yeah, the other thing. So of course we then get all this gas, like kind of moving on to part two. Of course, all this gas is coming up and everything like that. Why does nobody at Unit have a gas mask to hand?
They do.
Eventually. They put them on.
But then they leave a couple of blokes outside without gas masks. They're guarding without gas. That's just a suicide. You're just like, oh yeah, well,
budget.
Yeah, budget, baby.
I've got another note here that just says "good work for a female." Another Sontaran line, presumably.
Probably.
Yeah, it could have been. I don't actually have that note.
Just add on to the gas mask bit. That's another great one-liner from David Tennant. Are you my mummy?
Are you my mummy? Yeah, I did.
Are you my mummy? Probably the only thing anybody ever remembers from these episodes is the "Are you my mummy" bit.
Included me last week.
Right, I drew another parallel between Rattigan and the Doctor. He keeps on saying Atmos system, and it keeps on pissing off Rattigan. The same way Donna keeps on saying Sontaran, and the Doctor keeps on getting pissed off by it. It's just another sort of really subtle parallel between the two that shows that they're the same, just with different moral codes or different influences that are getting to them. I thought it was a genuinely really good bit of storytelling that shows that this protagonist and antagonist actually aren't that different.
I guess. I mean, one is more of a. It's like if you was. I mean, one of them's an actual name of a species. You know what I mean? Like if you was getting somebody's name wrong the entire time, it's almost insulting if you carry on doing it. Whereas
but it's no different to Han and Han. It's just different pronunciations. If anything, names are different all over the world because of the way they're pronounced. Whereas Atmos system is grammatically wrong. So if anything,
but what about when we done this? What about the Slovene episode? What was it used to call the Slovene, JP? That used to be frustrating. No, it was something else, wasn't it?
Slavarian.
Flikeen, wasn't it? No?
Something ridiculous.
No, the Slavarian, because it still haunts me to this very day.
Slavarian? I don't think that's what it was.
Yep. Give it a listen back. I kept calling them Slavarian.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to that.
Something
Really annoying.
But the point isn't that, you know, who's right, who's wrong. The point is they both get equally upset about it. And it's because they're very similar people. And also, the Doctor then goes on to literally put Donna's life at risk in order to further his cause, in the same way Rattigan is putting the entire world at risk to further his cause.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's difficult because, of course, at that point, the Doctor are clocked that Martha was a clone.
Yeah, but sorry, he's putting Donna's life at risk when she's up on the ship, and he's like, I actually need you to go out and walk around the ship and actively put yourself in danger.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I suppose it's a very risky thing, but
yeah, I just think they're a
yeah.
lot more similar than I've ever given them credit for, and I think it's very interesting. And obviously, you know, they're always calling themselves genius and stuff, but it's just a little bit more layered than that, I think.
Mm.
Speaking of the Doctor being a narcissist, we obviously touched on, is he the captain? The unit guy with the hat that always is doing the salute? Is he the captain?
The
General,
major.
wasn't it? Major, that's it.
The major. What a fucking legend he ends up being when he just has enough of the Doctor's shit. He's just like, no, I'm not fucking doing this anymore, mate. Call the Valiant in. Let's get rid of this gas and let's start fucking shooting these cunts. Yes,
Yeah.
Major. What a legend.
Yeah. No, I think it's kind of. I'm not saying that, you know, kind of violence is always the answer or anything like that, but you know,
Well,
I think it shows that sometimes the Doctor isn't always right.
Yeah, sometimes words are the weapons of ladies, and you need a bit of man in there. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, but maybe the Doctor is right, because if they listened to the Doctor, maybe not all those people would have got killed.
Well, that is true, but then, you know,
They just died for nothing. What's the point?
but then if they hadn't have listened to the Doctor, well, sorry, if they'd have carried on with the thing, then the gas wouldn't have cleared.
Well, no, they can still clear the gas, get the Valiant down, but don't go and shooting people.
Well, yeah, but then you
But
got
then they'd
invaded
have been
force.
massacred. I think they had
Yeah.
to. Again, I don't think the Doctor had a plan at all throughout this
Just
episode.
retreat.
I think he's just totally winging it. I think he's doing a good job at preventing like a nuclear war. But he doesn't even work out the twist about them making the Earth a clone planet until the very end. JP, did you see that one coming?
No, not at all. Not at all. That was
How did anyone get that though?
It's sort of hinted at. Like at the beginning, you can see that, you know, all the items going on in Rattigan's house is sort of foreshadowing for it. And why haven't they just attacked? Why are they doing this weird sort of tactic? On a rewatch, you can sort of put the pieces together quite easily.
Yeah, on a rewatch, yeah, but not first time, I don't think.
actually, sorry, going back to the Doctor manipulating people like Rattigan. Does he manipulate Donna's clone? Not Donna's clone, Martha's clone.
I think he takes advantage and lets her not.
Cancel the nuclear strikes.
Yeah, I
Because
think
he
he's
said stuff
aware of
like
it.
that.
Exactly. Yeah. He even says at the end, he says, like, you were doing my job for me. I've known from the start, but I didn't need to stop you.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah.
But again, maybe sending a nuke up would have answered it because we see the ships blow up fairly
What?
easily anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. Oh, they're saying that there was some kind of, you know, advanced weapon. It wasn't a nuke. So maybe a nuke would have just bounced off.
Yeah, true. I'd have loved to
Yeah.
see that. Just a nuke going off in the sky.
Mm. Also, I spotted Rose in this episode.
Did you?
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Where?
So when Donna is being beamed up, I guess, in the TARDIS, Rose appears on one of the monitors.
Oh, no
She
way.
said
I
she
totally missed that.
How
yeah,
did you not clock
she
that?
how did you not clock that?
Well, I was only really half watching. I didn't
What's
even
she
know what
saying
happened
though,
to
JP?
Ross.
What's she saying?
I don't know because you don't hear it, but she's a dreadful lip reader, so I've got no idea.
She's just
Ah,
shouting Doctor.
Oh, was she?
why would you give it
Yeah.
away?
Why does
I
it
guess she's
matter?
shouting Doctor. Yeah, it doesn't
Fucking
really
hell,
give away
spoiler
anything.
alert. You might just tell
How's
him
that
that David
spoiler
Tennant
alert?
regenerates at
You
the
just
end of this
told him.
series,
You
for
just
fuck's
told him
sake.
the Easter egg to the end of the series. You're saying that's a spoiler.
Well, I
God.
mean that meant absolutely nothing to me, just as Rose saying Doctor. It's just words.
My
Yeah.
last note on this episode is just that the girl that the Major ends up kissing is an absolute fucking hottie.
What?
Yeah, not bad.
A bit of you, I guess. Yeah.
Cute as fuck.
Jesus. You must be what, 40, 50?
Yeah, my type, man, down to a
Bit of job,
T.
yeah.
Yeah, true.
Um,
Jesus.
yeah, interesting. I,
Oh, thanks
yeah,
for listening, guys.
yeah. Anyway, that was it. Yeah, that was not that I've got more notes or anything, but
Oh,
we kind of
JP.
touched about Donna walking around the ship and everything like that. Um, she just becomes like pure Assassin's Creed. She must have played Assassin's Creed or so. She was going around like,
Only not one out.
yeah, but then she's like sneaking around and like hiding in, kind of various,
Hitman vibes.
yeah. I put
Mm.
Donna the Ninja. Um, Also, saying about the Doctor as well. At no point does he ever tell Unit about the Sontaran's weakness.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's a bit of a dick move. Like
Well,
he
he tells Ross.
absolutely. Well, he tells Ross, yeah, but Ross then dies, and he doesn't. Like you would have thought that he'd have told the Major. Like, by the way, they've got a weakness at the back of their, the bag.
Yeah, you should
You know,
try
Ross
flanking
goes
them
to
or
fight
something.
them before that happens. You'd expect Ross to have said to everyone, "Oh, the doctor told me about this weakness, by the way."
But also, they're going down to bullets anyway. So they don't, are they really that? Do we need to get behind them and hit that thing? Just fucking shoot them.
That is true, actually, and I
Yeah.
did put that in my notes because I thought what I thought was that the armor was invincible, and the only weakness was the back. And then when they started shooting and killing them, I was like, wait, hold on, what? Like, what is the point? So yeah, it's a bit null and void, but
It's the whole
you would have,
stormtrooper thing, isn't it? Like, what is the fucking point in wearing that armor if you're going down with a
yeah,
bullet anyway?
like because it is chunky armor as well. It's not exactly thin armor.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, it looks cool as fuck, but there's no point to it whatsoever.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a bit of an interesting one. I do love the Sontaras though. Face me, sir. It's stupid but funny.
I do like their little, like you said, they are very British World War One military commanders. Brad, one of the Sontarans, or one of the Sontaran actors, is the one that plays the Sontarans throughout the Matt Smith era, which I think is quite cool.
Oh, really? Which one?
The second one to take his helmet off, the actor's called Dan Starkey, but it's the same voice. It's even got a similar
Is
face.
he
But I
about
googled
the
it and
same character?
no, I googled it. It's definitely a different character.
Oh, really? Oh, fair play. That would
Yeah,
have been like cool if the same one was there and had changed.
yeah. I agree. But then how would it have ended up in Victorian London with a lizard and a lesbian?
They could have fell through time or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. JP, that is a spoiler, by the way. In the future, we get an episode where it's just Sherlock Holmes, but it's a lizard, a lesbian, and a Sontaran.
Oh yeah, that sounds like the start of a joke, isn't it? A lizard, a lesbian, and a Sontaran walking.
What else you got in your notes, JP?
I quite like the ending actually. I thought the ending was pretty good.
Uh, what the ending, like the cliffhanger bit?
Well, yeah, a bit of both. So I like the fact that the Valiant came down. I like that they brought that back as well. It
I
was a
liked
bit,
that. Yeah, that was quite
yeah,
cool.
it was a bit actually. It was because again, like you wouldn't have expected the Valiant at all. And it's such a good idea. Just use it as a big fan.
Yeah, yeah,
Great.
yeah.
So I quite like that. I thought that was quite good. I clocked the Doctor's hand straight away.
What does that mean?
Oh, yeah.
Well, because I didn't realize that the Doctor still had the hand from Torchwood.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
What do you mean you clocked his hand? What do you mean?
In
He's
the
got the
TARDIS.
container with the hand in the
You see
TARDIS.
it, it's shown quite
Oh,
obviously in this
really?
episode.
Yeah, because
Jeez, what sort of a host are you?
honestly,
I
unbelievable.
wasn't
Did you even
really into
watch
I
this
don't have a
this?
clue what he's on about, does he?
No.
So he obviously got it back off of Captain Jack at the end of the last series, and now it's just hanging out in the TARDIS.
And I saw it straight away, and
Waiting.
I was like, "That's really weird that that's there." And then it started like kind of bubbling away. So yeah, it was.
Oh, of course, that's what. Yes.
Yes, you remember now. Well done.
He
Thought
That's
up.
it.
remembers. But I did
Thought
like
up.
Rattigan. Oh, actually, something we haven't touched on at all is the little cute Sontaran charm.
Oh yeah,
What?
Sontara.
The fact that Rattigan,
Oh,
and I don't know if the actor just did this because he thought it was the best thing that the character would do, but he just starts vibing to.
It's a bop.
Just really,
Someone needs to do a house remix of Sontara.
yeah, that's it. It's
I bet that
I
exists
quite
somewhere
like
out there.
Yeah, it was quite funny. But no, I did like Rattigan's kind of character arc though, where he redeems himself.
redemption
He
arc.
realizes he goes back to the academy. He realizes that he's been a dick, and he's just like, right, no, that's it. I'm gonna make this right.
I don't think it works as a character arc just because if the Sontarans didn't betray him, would he still end up in the same place? And I think the answer is no. If the Sontarans hadn't betrayed him, he'd be off on his planet living his life. So I don't think it counts as a character arc,
No, I think
in
he
my
does
opinion.
because he realizes that that's his kind of break point where he realizes that actually it's like the realization where
Yeah,
you're
but he
like,
only
actually,
realizes because he's been betrayed.
yeah, because he's been
And
forced
he
out of
realizes
that
he has
kind
no
of
purpose.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. That's like saying, yeah, but I came to terms with myself and left my girlfriend when I found out she was cheating on me. Oh, right. Okay. So no, you didn't actually come to terms with it. You left because she was cheating on you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you need that kind of um what's the word, like external
No.
stimuli to yeah, nudge, like kind of to make that decision.
Don't know. Not sure I agree with you on that.
Yeah. But yeah, and then of course that he blows himself up and the whole Sontaran base blows up from the inside out, which does look pretty cool actually. I will say, didn't look out of place with the old CGI.
Yeah, I didn't think the episode looked particularly dated at all. I don't think there are any points of see. Even the bits with like two Marthas in it, I thought looked absolutely fine.
Yeah, they must have done that with split screen.
Must have done. Yeah, must have
Yeah,
done.
gotta be. But yeah, so then yeah, the Doctor's hand bubbles away, and we're left on a cliffhanger, and we watch the next time episode, like kind of trailer thing. And my notes I've put are gymnast, lasers, and the Jeremy Kyle show.
Yeah, it's
Jeremy Carter.
Yeah, because the
who's
daughter.
your daddy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Gotta say, knowing what's coming, Brad, is this trailer
yeah.
over dramatic?
Oh God, it's not one of those, is it?
Because the trailer's like,
It's a
doom,
very dramatic
doom,
trailer,
like
but
it's a
yeah,
finale.
it's a filler episode to be fair, isn't it? Really,
It
it's
is
a very
until
good
they
one.
follow it up eventually, which I'm sure they will do.
Yeah, yeah.
But excited for it, JP, the Doctor's daughter.
Well, not really. Now that you've said that the Doctor's daughter was a filler episode, so obviously it's not really going to be that much in it. Because
It is pretty good. No, it's pretty
It
good.
is good. It is good. So let's just get this out of the way here. Oh, Jack's left.
Oh, was he?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Jack's just
You,
gone.
we've just called it a filler episode.
Presumably his phone has died. Can you just share your mic with him for the love it and hate it bit?
Oh, I can't be asked to get up.
I can't be asked to invite him again. We've only got 6 minutes left on the clock.
Oh, one sec. He
Everybody
said he's
pause.
joining back.
Oh, here he is.
uh, sorry about that, lads. The cat jumped on the keyboard of the laptop and managed to press the flight mode button to just shut
Oh,
everything fucking
wow.
down. And he's now sat on my lap, all looking pleased with himself. So thank you, Theo.
I was just saying, JP, before you rudely left, in the next episode, we have the Doctor's daughter, who is played by the Doctor's daughter, who is also played by the Doctor's wife. It's all very timey-wimey now.
Oh God,
Tommy, what are they?
timey-wimey. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's definitely a good episode, to be fair. Again, Martha goes through the ringer. But we'll start with Brad. Loved it or hated it, mate?
Love it. Easy. It's a solid episode. I'd say if we were going to go to our other rating system, I'd
Which
give
we're
it a
not. So
solid.
we'll go over to JP. JP,
Oh,
love it or hate it?
Yeah, no, I
oh,
love it for me. I thought it was a pretty good couple of episodes. Yeah, pretty good. And you, Josh, I'm assuming could be hated.
No, I'll go
no.
with love it. I still had more fun
No,
with it than I didn't. But yeah, just couldn't get into it. Just wasn't in the right frame of mind. Maybe just put it on at the wrong time. Don't know. Couldn't get into it. So
Sounds like you
yeah,
didn't watch
join
it at
us.
all, to be honest.
I had it going in the background. So yeah, thanks for listening as always, fellas and fellies. Yeah, we're smashing it at the minute. People are loving us. So good to see that we keep on growing year on year. We're still getting, every time we post an episode, we're getting more and more first day listeners, which is good. Yeah, just thanks, guys. Appreciate it a lot.
Just a quick point, actually, before we leave. I think we're around about the 1 year anniversary of this podcast.
Oh, we might be.
Oh,
well, you're not.
Is that right?
I think it was more like August, September time.
No, it wasn't, because last time when you first started without me, that was the week I was on a holiday, and I'm pretty sure it's the same week I'm going on holiday this week.
22nd of June, our first episode came out.
22nd of June.
But you'd have
so
recorded it the week
getting
before.
Close.
Yeah,
we'd have recorded the week before for sure. Yeah.
So wow.
We'll have to do a big thing for the 22nd of June. Let's end the podcast. Let's stop recording. Adios, amigos.